Bravo. 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 Vegetables. What is a vegetable? I never read these cards. I don't know what they mean. I don't know how to read cards, but once I look at the card, I automatically see what I need to know. One that went through the zero. We have two zeros, one this way, sorry, and one this way. Do you see what happens? When you have two, I will get the X. I have 2 points, okay? 2 points of magnetism. When we have vegetarianism, we also have the vegetable. The vegetable has to do with the legume. Legume has to do with something in the universe. It also has to do with brain dead. What is brain? Artificial intelligence with inside the sleeping bear, dead, 415 inside of Mars. Why? The 2 moons of Mars this way, the 1 moon of Luna this way, and all of a sudden all memory is lost. Because the moon, 1, must pass through now we want 2 sides, right? We want 2 sides. We're going to turn them this way, okay? They turn in the opposite. Here's the 1 moon. First it's here, then it's here. Deimos and Phobos and Deimos, and here's your X. You can also place your O over here, but then when you're doing that, you're playing it right here on your face. And now the boar comes out, right? All these, whether it comes out below the nose, the tusks, or above the nose, it's all the reality of this little stupid game that I play, and I'm not sure what the answer, because it doesn't matter, because I know the answer is out there, and somebody, one of you may be watching, or somebody who hasn't watched yet is out there. The magic hands, right? The magic hands. What I want to start with in this video is 2 groups are in ISIL, right? It seems like, for me, I'm only going to tell you what I hear. Putin and Obama, USA and Russia, R and U. R is the 18th letter, U is the 21st letter, 18 and 21. We're down into the 7th inning, and the home team has 18 outs, and the away team has 18 outs. In the 7th inning, they play 3 more outs, 21-18. RU equals to 39, equals to cielo, the sky. They both want to get the same group out in the Middle East. Baltic, the Mediterranean, you know what I'm saying? May as well go back to Monopoly, because Baltic and the Mediterranean is, since you already start on 1 and you have 2 dice, the minimum is 2. You cannot get the Mediterranean. And 2 and 1 is creation, because 1 and 1 is not. You end up getting some kind of luxury tax or a ring. You go backwards, you end up on Boardwalk or Park Place. 2 this way, 2 that way. It's an expression of life. I don't know what it is. I have to sit down with the experts, so then I can work the numbers. So they both go out there. They both want to take away the problem. Yet if they both take away the problem, one of the groups is saying, us angels, we don't like that you're doing it this way. Why? What is the objective between these 2 groups? One wants the fighting to stop. The other wants the fighting to stop so they can come in and put in their own people so they can take over. Do you know that Turkey is the head that sits just above Syria? Syria keeps Turkey above. You want to talk about El Toro? You want to talk about, let me see what's in Turkey. We have El Toro in Turkey. The moose, okay, is El Toro. He is the bull. Okay, he is an original or original gold inside birth, 9-7. The pig. For all of you people who think that we don't eat the pig for a certain reason, right? We don't eat the pig because it's numbers, okay? I'm just trying to see when we can put this in. It doesn't matter if my face is low. The numbers inside pig is 977, which is 63 and 16 is creation of the light. Now I'm assuming it's the creation of the 1 light, because 1 is automatically 3. 1 fits in the center of everything. Okay, whether it's an arrow and it goes right through 360 degrees, 360 degrees is automatically 8 times 45, 6 times 60, 9 times 40, and every single level is an expression of y. 9 times 40 okay, is the star system, 2 and 8, 4 and 6, 3 and 7, 1 and 9. 45 is the 9 system with the 1 in the center. It's the sun system, 4, 5, and it means through the center of the sun. I have put up some pictures right now that if you take a look at these pictures, okay, you will see that the light that is created in these things are created from some kind of arc-en-ciel. That means rainbow, and it means alternate current in the sky. I know, I weld, and I have a picture I put on. I don't know if it's on this video, but we're going to talk about the picture of the sun. The turkey in the map is the head of the dog. You take away Syria, and you take away the thorn inside that. Okay, I'm not sure which way I want to go. We're doing this in the last one. 28 equals 1 equals 7. The cycle is the doorway. The dog is 8. Within the doorway of 8 automatically is 9. 1, 3, and 5. The minute you put 1, it shows that there is a center, there is a split, above, below, side to side. And I'm going to explain to you how they all work. 1 and 4, the letter N, or 4 and 1, USA equals 41. 41 times 555 is the passageway in the Mayans. 1/4, 2 and 5, or 1 and 4 equals to 5 equals to 7. 1441 quarters equals to 360. This is the birthway in the sun. 5 and 2 is the center of the sun. This is 1 part of 4 of the sun. This is 1 part of 4, but it shows you it's the center of the sun. Which part? 2 and 5. The 720, or 1/2, or the center of the dartboard, 1/2, 1 and 2, or 1221 is the same numbers as 5, or 50, because it's both half of something, whether it's greater or less, and still equals 360. 540 is the number to the sun, which is 3/4, or 1 and a quarter times 360. 1 1/4 is 555 times 360. This is 2 times the amount. This is 1/4 the amount. This is 4 times the amount, reducing it to 1/4 of the amount. This is 3/4 the amount. 3/4, 7 and 5. Again, we bring back 7 and 5 and we make it perfect. 3/4 and 7 and 5. These two come together to make a whole. It makes 1.25, and 1.25 times 144 times 2, because there's 2 areas. Always have to remember 2 areas, 1 and 1, equals to a total of 288. 288 times 1.25 is 360 degrees, and that's the Mayan count. Where I live, down the street from me, is Masan, the Mason group. Down the street from me is the yin and the yang, the street of 2 Paisleys. Down the street from me is half of Psi, Sophie, Saint Sophie. Which Saint Sophie says the sky space, STE, that's what it stands for, and the 7th inning stretch, which stands for the diamond in which we set the pitcher, and the pitcher shows the alternate current in which the pitcher throws opposite of what it's angled. The mound angle goes towards first and third, and he pitches between second and home. He pitches across the mound. Half is so, and it also means 50. S and O and 5 and O are the same thing. Where do you live? Half. Antoine, 10255251. Within Mars is memory, and Blackjack lives. The Z letter is actually a ladder, from left and up to right and up to left and up. When you go up a mountain, you go from left to right to right to left. That mountain's too steep, so you ride it this way, then you ride it this way, then you ride it this way, then you ride it this way. They don't put the stairs like this. It's too dangerous to put the stairs like this. If you put the stairs straight up, you can fall straight down. But if you go 20 feet up this way, 20 feet up this way, you can fall 20 feet down. And you're never falling down the mountain because you're embraced within the mountain. I know this didn't come out on the last video. This is 1776. 1776. Here's your sun in between. Here's your peacock in between the 2 sevens. Here is your 6. You see the way it's a 4x4 area, and I cut it to 0 and 0 between the 2 sides. Up. We always have to use 2. I need to have something in between. If you use 1, you're in between everything. So you're extending out. Bethlehem 74. Abraham 44. Area space 48. 6x8 is 48. Area space, the gateway inside Abraham. The DNA challah bread. The goblet, again, Turkey. The turnkey, T and U says 2 of are you. Are you, again, 39 the sky, and 20, 555. What is 555 in the sky? When you connect crisscross on a calculator, you must pass the 5 center 4 times to get 1 way, 2 ways, 3 ways, 4 ways. But If you're running 2 cycles, you will take this part to here once, this part to here twice, and then this part cross 3. You'll have 6 points. Or you will take here to here, 1379, and you'll come down here, that's 6 points. These 12 points go in the center as Jupiter, and Jupiter will connect 3, and then Jupiter connect the other side 3 for 6, but it'll actually be connecting 8 because 2 of this on the left and 2 on the right are 2 different ones. And then the other 3 that are different, I'm not sure which way they will come around. Maybe they come around, connect directly to the sun, or they connect to each other, backdoor connection between Mars and Saturn, unless a backdoor connection between Earth and Uranus. It depends what numerological system we're working. I haven't done all of them, so we're going to put this on the side. 6 and 6, when you put them together, looks like 2 ladies sitting down or 2 men with their own roof over their head, and it's raining on top of their own roof, right? Inside of us, the grease, the salt, the bacon, the flour, every single one of them has something to do with the alternate current, the bacon paddles within our heart, that the minute it taps the wrong way, oh my God, I'm having anxiety, it shouldn't be that way. What's in my head? What did I eat? Is it holistic? Why is it holistic? Don't listen to Granny. We could have had grasshoppers for breakfast. Oh my God, what's going on? Smoke a little weed, but don't smoke weed because it's an illegal substance of what sort? I don't know. Why is it so illegal? Because everybody knows one thing. When something is legal and when something is illegal, you know, so I'm going to tell you one thing, like, right? I don't even want to get into it because everybody knows. I mean, if hey, je fume de foin. Says you smoke the hay, smoking weed. My God, who sets up the system? We're so worried about who's going to go down and who's going to make a mistake, and we're protecting them in all these courts of laws. There's too much laws. People should have the right to decide on their own. As long as they're not interfering with the life of another, they have to have the right to decide on their own because it's their own objective. They can go and they can seek legal counsel for whatever it is. But anyways, let's move on to this. Now we're going to get to the second story of 360. 1 times 360, 2 times 180, 3 times 120, 4 times 90, 5 times 72, 6 times 60, 8 times 45, 9 times 40. Forget about 9, forget about 1. It all goes into the 5 area. So now we go 40 plus 360 plus 72. So this is 112. This would have to be 472. 4 by 172 is 2880 times 1.25 is exactly 360 degrees, all going here. Now we have to take 1 and 5 and put it into 3. 360, 480, 552. That's the number in Earth. That is also the center core. Why do I do this? I'm going to go to number 7. Oh, there is no number 7 because 7 is the gateway. It all works with 3, 1, 3. 120, 360, 120, 480 left, 480 right, 360 in the middle. We have 120 left, 3, 9, 3, says the sky system. The numbers won't miss. Anyways, after we connect all these numbers down to the bottom, 360, 540, 660, 750. This is your energy system. These 3 over here, they're the minors. And these 3 over here, that's your energy system. Remove them because we connect each one together. They're all different. Anyways, the end result comes to this number here, 135 equals 270. That number over there is 3/4 of the totality of a 360, and it says ace, ace, 2 aces together. The total for each row is 70, 60, 50. This is the numbers to the Triple Crown, and it equals to 18. It equals to 65, 66, 76, 120, 190, 202, 207, 207, 267, 134, AC/DC connect. Automatic, that's what it has to be. 11 and 70 is the way it comes together. 70 is a representation of 4. 11 and 7 over here is that gateway. 7 come 11. 11 is the student. 9 birth of 2 Venus, living at the 7th gate in the 5-world passage of spirit. Did we do this? The Hebrew letters, above Resh and below Resh is an S. Resh is actually this letter over here, and it's bent over. That's your Resh. But if we're going to talk about, I have to find this other thing before. Do you want Dalit? Here's Dalit. 2 pieces. Dinosaurs. That's Dalit. Now we have 1 piece, and it's Resh. Resh is a letter that comes in 1 piece. The other one comes in 2 pieces. And at the same time, we can also say, look, here's the letter I. They say 7.23 between the eyes, right? What about between the black ball of the eyes? I did a piece on this. I don't want to get into something else. I just want to be able to finish what I did. So I did this number over here, which ends up to be, when I add it all up, 1170 and 1170. That's when these numbers are all added up. I get to 2340. 2340. Why don't we do it this way? 234 is in between area 51. This is area 51. The 0 is the 51. Why? Because the center of it is the 5 split by 1. Now you take this 4320 and you multiply it by 5, and it equals to 26,920. The Mayans, 26,920 divided by 4320 equals to 6. 17 is the queen, which is the gateway. 1 and 0, this is actually 1177. 1176. But we all must know that the 6 is automatically a 7, because there's always a dot that goes all the way through. And then we have to remember that it's a split. So now it becomes a 5. Okay, but it becomes a real 5, like every other 5. It becomes 5 plus 2, because it's split at the center. I think we got everything into this one. The number 1, right? The number 1 or ones. When you say ones, you're actually saying 0. 1 0. Ones. Anyways, I'd have to really prove it to show it, and show it to prove it. What else is here? Yes, we're going to be coming up with the reality of how many number 2s there are in a month, how many number 1s there are in a month, how many number 4s, 5s, 6s. But I really want to work on number 3 and 4 more than anything else. 4, 13, 22, 31. But number 4 is a 0, 4. It's created by 2. So we're not going to ever count 0 to 9. We never want to count. We're going to always count it after, especially number 1. Because the minute you have number 1 or 2 in anything, and the game cramps, tells you right away, I'm not starting. If you throw 1 and 2 or 1 and 1, okay, I'm not starting. The opposite of 1 and 1, the opposite of 1 and 1, the opposite of 1 and 1, right, is 6 and 6. The opposite of 1 and 2, the opposite of 1 and 2 is 6 and 5. The opposite of 4 and 6 is 2 to 1. 1 and 3. 1 second. Where is that? There it is. That one over here. See the way they're both going the same way? Well, what do you think's on the other side? 5 and 5. 7, 7. 7, 7. 7, 7. 2 and 2. 5 and 5. Does every number do it? No. That's the number of communication 10-4. They don't all do it that way. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.